Good morning, everybody. Miss Malcano here, and today I wanted to go through this assignment, how to count atoms. So let's get right into it. So for number one, it's talking about element symbols. The symbol of an element represents an atom of that element, okay? So for this part of the question, it's asking you to find the element with symbol Ba on the periodic table. How would you do that? I linked a periodic table right off of your assignment. It's ptable.com. If you go to that, the way you would work with this is that you would look for the element Ba, which is right here, symbol Ba, capital B, lowercase a, and you can see that it gives you the name of that element right here. So Ba is the element called barium. So you would write that down in that part of the problem. So let me kind of do that for you guys. Just setting an example how you do that. So you just write barium right here. Okay. Next problem is talking about subscripts. So when we talk about subscripts, there are a couple of things, and let me go through this on a Jamboard and kind of set it up for you guys. All right. So when we see something like this, which is Cl2, and sorry that the little subscript here did not come through because the way Jamboard is set up, but this too should really be kind of like lowercase down here. Okay, that's a subscript. So it should really look like this, Cl2. Okay, capital C, lowercase l. If you go to the periodic table, you will see that that is chlorine. It is right here, Cl for chlorine. Okay, so what does this little 2 mean? Well, that is called a subscript. The little 2, all it means is that it's telling us that we got 2 atoms of chlorine. Okay? So that all it's telling us is that we got 2 atoms of chlorine. How about the next example, which we don't see a subscript? So Ba, I don't see a subscript anywhere. Remember, subscript is always to the right of the number and lower down. Okay, so if I don't see one, I automatically assume that it is a 1. So barium with no subscript just means 1 atom of barium, symbol Ba. How about this formula, which came in really messy? So let's rewrite that right here, H2SO4. All right, so I got, how many elements do I even have in this formula? Well, how do I know how many elements I have? I look for the number of capital letters, okay? So as you can see, if you go to the periodic table, you will see that every element has a capital letter in it. So if I want to know how many elements I have, I count the number of capital letters in my formula. There is no element on this periodic table that has more than 1 capital letter in it. And there's no element on this periodic table that has only a lowercase letter in it. Okay, so please keep that in mind. That is really, really important to know in order to identify how many elements we have. So going back to my formula that I'm given over here, well, I see 3 capital letters, right? I see H, I see capital S, I see capital O. That gives me 3 elements. H for hydrogen, S for sulfur, O for oxygen. Now, I need to determine how many atoms I have of each one. In order to do that, I look at my subscripts. Subscripts down here, I see 2 for hydrogen, so I know I got 2 atoms of hydrogen. How about S? I don't see anything to the right after the S to the right of it. I don't see anything. So because of that, I'm going to assume it's 1. If I don't see anything, I know it's got to be 1. So that's 1 atom of S, which is sulfur. And how about the O? Well, I see a 4 subscript right to the right of it, so I know I got to have 4 atoms. Okay, so that's basically how you would deal with subscripts, and that's how you'd solve this first, this number 2 on your worksheet. Let's take it one notch higher, and let's see how we would do something like this. So let's go back to the Jamboard. So now, not only are we dealing with subscripts, let's insert this right here, and it's going to look really messy again, but I will rewrite it. So not only are we dealing with subscripts now, we are also dealing with these brackets. So let's see what that is all about. So let me just rewrite the formula in a less messy way, because I don't like the fact that Jamboard is not giving us subscripts. So the formula is Ca3PO4 and then a subscript of 2 right here. So the first thing I'm going to do again, I'm going to look how many elements do I have. Well, I got 3 capital letters. I got capital C over here, which is for calcium. Ca is calcium. I got capital P for phosphorus. I got capital O for oxygen. And if I want to find those on the periodic table, I'm going to go right here. So here's my calcium, Ca. Here's my capital P for phosphorus. And here's my capital O for oxygen. Okay? So I identify all those. Now, calcium, how do I know how many atoms? Well, I just look at the subscript right here. I got a subscript of 3. So I know that my calcium, I'm going to have 3 atoms of calcium. How about my P for phosphorus? Well, I'm going to look to the right of it. I don't see a subscript, so I know that's going to be a 1 because I don't see a subscript. So I'm going to have a 1, but then I got these brackets to deal with. So that is really important. I'm going to highlight these brackets, okay? So these brackets, I can't ignore that. I got these brackets, and I got this subscript of 2 outside of the bracket. So what does that mean for me? Well, that tells me that this 2 multiplies everything that is inside of the bracket, okay? So I got this 1 on the phosphorus. I got a subscript of 1. But then I got to multiply that by that subscript of 2, which is outside of the brackets. So that gives me a total of 2 atoms of phosphorus. And how about oxygen? Well, oxygen, I got a subscript of 4 right next to it. And I have the 2 outside of the brackets that I know will multiply everything inside the brackets. So that 2 outside applies to everything that is inside of the brackets. That means this oxygen as well. So that gives me a total of 8 atoms. All right, let's keep going. So we just learned how to deal with subscripts. We learned how to deal with brackets. Let's kick it up to the next level, which is coefficients now. So let's do this one. Let's go back to the Jamboard and do this example. Okay, so here's my formula. Again, let me rewrite it so we can clearly see the subscripts. So my formula is 2 NaSO subscript of 4. All right, so what does this 2 over here, which I'm going to write in blue, what does that do? Well, first of all, this is called a coefficient. And a coefficient, all it does, it multiplies everything that comes after it. So every element that comes after the coefficient gets multiplied by that. So let's see how that works out for us. So if I look at this formula, I got 3 elements in it, right? I got 3 capital letters. I know that's got to be 3 elements. So I got Na, which is sodium, if you look on your periodic table. I got S for sulfur. I got O for oxygen. So how many atoms do we have for Na? Well, I don't see a subscript next to it, so I know it's got to be 1. So then I have to have 1. But then how about this coefficient of 2? I just said that that coefficient has to multiply. It multiplies everything that comes after it. So I need to apply it to the Na. So that gives me 2 atoms total. How about sulfur? Again, I look at the sulfur. I don't see a subscript next to it, so I know it's got to be 1. And then I can't forget about my coefficient that multiplies everything after it. So I also have 2 atoms of sulfur. And how about my oxygen? Well, my oxygen, I have a subscript of 4 right after it. And I have my coefficient in front of my whole formula that multiplies everything. So I'm going to have a total of 8 atoms. Okay? So that's how you would solve these kind of problems. Let me do one extra example here that's maybe a little bit tricky. Let's do this one together. So let's go to, let's use a different sheet over here. Let me write down the example and let's go through this together. So you're asked about the number of molecules and then the number of each atom. All right, so rewriting the formula. Our formula is 4Pb NO3 subscript 2. All right, so number of molecules. What is a molecule? The molecule is the entire thing. It tells you right here. So number of molecules of PbNO3 2. So what that means is that you need to look at, here's my molecule that they're asking me about, PbNO3 2. They're asking me how many of those I have. I just look at the number that comes in front of it, my coefficient, that tells me the number of molecules. So I got 4 molecules of PbNO3 2. Now it's asking me to, so the molecules are basically these atoms bonded together, okay, joined together in a chemical formula, fixed chemical formula. Now it's asking me to break down each element or each atom and count the number of atoms for each individual one. So if I look at this formula, I see 3 capital letters. I know I must have 3 different elements in there. My elements being Pb for lead, N, capital N for nitrogen, and capital O for oxygen. Looking at the Pb, and let me erase this so we don't have a mess over here. All right, so let's see what applies to what. So looking at the Pb, I'm gonna look for a subscript. Do I have a subscript to the right of the Pb? No, I don't see anything. So I know that's got to be a 1, okay? So I have 1 for my subscript. And then what else applies to this Pb? Well, the Pb is not in brackets, so I know this little 2 over here does not apply to it, because that only applies to whatever's in the brackets. But I do have this coefficient right here that applies to the entire formula. So that includes the Pb, so I know I have 1 times 4, so that means 4 atoms of Pb or lead. How about this nitrogen, capital N in here? What do I have? Well, I got a subscript of 1 next to it because I don't see anything. Then this nitrogen is in brackets. So I know that the subscript of 2 must apply to it. So I got to multiply by 2. And then I also have my coefficient right here that applies to the entire formula that comes after it. So I got to multiply it by that, and for a total of 8 atoms. And finally, my oxygen. I got subscript of 3, I got my 2 outside of the brackets, and I got my 4. That is the coefficient. All of these things apply to it. So I got 6 times 4, 24 atoms. So that is how you would solve all of these formulas and exercises. Please go ahead and go through it. I'm asking you to break down these formulas and give me the symbols, look up the element name on the periodic table, and do the number of atoms for each formula, and then total it up. All right, I'll see you guys in class.